basis of this entire training, kind of the entire system, is to make sure they have a script, right? Because once they have a script and they understand why they're reading from their script and why they're doing certain things, it tends to be a lot easier to have them feel more confident. Because a lot of the times I find that people, right, tell their receptionists, listen, Becky, you need to sell to X, Y, and Z, and if you hit a certain quota, I'll give you a little bonus. But Becky thinks, okay, that's great, but when it actually comes to it and she's going to speak to the patients, she doesn't know exactly what to say, she doesn't know why she's saying certain things, and it just ends up getting more complicated, right, for her and for the dentists, because without proper guidance set from them, Becky can't really, hit the quota or go beyond the quota that she's supposed to hit. So the biggest thing that I advocate for is having a script, and especially from having a script and explaining why the script works and what the script is, because that's a really big thing in memorizing a script or understanding why you're saying things, because you understand the effects of you saying it, right? When you're saying something horrible to someone, you know you're saying something horrible that's going to upset them, right? And it adds more conviction. It adds more conviction to the horrible thing you're saying. This is a very bad example in terms of it not being a very kind one, but you get the point, right? And that's vital in these situations. It's to be able to understand why they're saying certain things, because the receptionists know exactly why they're saying, does 10 a.m. on Thursday work for you? You're giving the option, and then if they can't do Thursday at 10 a.m., they can come at a different time, but you've already made it easy for them to say yes or no, in the sense that, yes, I can do that, no, I can't do that. So it's just little things like that that make sure that the confidence is there, the conviction is there, because they understand why they're saying certain things. And the second part that I'm going to focus on for the rest of the video, so the first part was scripts, the second part is definitely getting rid of the mindset that sales is sleazy, right? The receptionist needs to understand that the more she sells, right, the more she's serving, the more patients she's potentially helping, the more people she's potentially helping. You can get closer to a confident smile, to get closer to healthier teeth, healthier gums, less pain. All those things only happen because you're able to sell a patient onto a different treatment. So being able to have a script and being able to change your mindset on selling are the two biggest things that is going to help systemize, if you will, your sales approach at your practice, at your clinic, at your office, because it's what's going to really push you, right, and your team to just help more people. Because once you make it a game, right, okay, we'll go back to Becky. Once Becky sees it as a game to get X amount of people in a week to come back and book another appointment, she's just going to have fun with it. And after a couple months, Becky's going to be smashing the quotas, and you might decide to do whatever, but you've got more patients to work with. Becky's been feeling more fulfilled at her job. There isn't really a negative, to be honest. There really isn't a negative. And it's the same with the mindset. Once Becky realizes, you know what, sales isn't sleazy at all. I want to be selling a lot of things to people, not necessarily selling objects or services or products, but I want to be selling myself, my ideas. And she'll be able to help her team more. She'll be able to convince them to do certain things because she knows what to do in this aspect. And you really begin to build a culture around helping and serving patients, not an entitled one at that, but in the one that the more you sell and the more you make this a game, the more fun you have with it, the more people you're helping. The nicer it is to go to your practice, because everybody sees that you're smiling, everybody sees that you're enjoying what you're doing. It's really simple once you break it down, and it's really easy to realize that there's nothing particularly bad about sales, right? There are people that see it as bad, right? And there's people that see it as good, people that see it as serving people. And in that case, there's a lot of people that tend to not be able to make as much money, right? On this side, they don't make as much money, while on this side, they do. They do make more money, but most importantly, they serve more patients. you're serving less patients here, you're struggling with money, you're struggling to keep your team. And on this side, you build a whole different culture, right? You're helping as many patients as possible, and your team is happy. It's that simple. It's that simple. So if little things like this, building up a sales process, and you're able to take on more patients as well, especially, there's a first link in the description. It is me in a video similar to this one. Not really, but similar to this one in the sense that it's a video. I'm trying to sell you something. It's not a free guide, a PDF, or anything like that. If you can take on more patients and you want to work with us directly, getting you 100 or so booked appointments in 60 days, then press the link in the description. If not, no worries at all. I'm not fussed at all, to be honest. But just to recap the video one more time, the first part, right, and the most important thing in my opinion, obviously in conjunction with the second one, is to have a script, right? If you make them a script that works, they're going to feel more confident and they're going to understand why they're saying certain things. And then number two is helping them make a mindset shift, because life is, depicted by our reality that we have in our minds, and then our reality just manifests. So if you think sales is sleazy and you think sales is hard, sales is going to be hard and you're going to make it sleazy. And then finally, I'm going to ask you, if you like the video, there's a little button, it looks like this, press it. And then if you want more videos like this, I don't want to say non-orthodox, but I focus more on the business side of dentistry. And if that's something that interests you, then feel free to subscribe and leave me a comment on anything you want me to do a video on anything you have about this video that we can hop on a discussion about. So yeah, and take care, by the way. Have a lovely day, weekend, week, wherever it is for you. I'm gonna enjoy the sun. I'm actually traveling today, so see you guys soon.